Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for watching Cooper's Thai Adventure with Mr. Brooke Schneider's of our live stream today. How's everybody doing out there in Tuberland? We've had a heck of a week. I don't know if any of you have been following the news in Thailand, but today's topic is going to be about what's just happened in Phuket in the last week. And it's a whopper. So we're going to be getting into that shortly once we get a few more people online. And also what's happening in the world of Bitcoin. Going to get Mr. Schneider's going to give an update there, what's been happening in the world of Bitcoin. And we're going to be talking about what's happened in Phuket. For those of you that don't know, in Phuket, what's happened this week is there's been a bit of a dilemma in that two people from New Zealand, I'm not going to put their names out on the channel, they're in their early 30s, brothers, were driving their mopeds, scooters, and got traffic stopped. And this periodic throughout Thailand. It happens to us quite regular out here. Just checking to make sure that you're wearing your helmet, you got a license for the vehicle that you're driving. You know, you got your helmet on, you show your license, they wave you through. That easy. Well, what's happened here in Phuket was earlier this week, two people from New Zealand. A police officer attempted to stop them for speeding, and they didn't want to stop. So they ran the speed trap. I'll call it for want of a better words. So they run the speed trap, and the police chase after them, forces them to stop. All right. Bit of an argument ensues between them and the police officer. And one of the brothers, who's a martial arts wrestler, professional, decided he was going to wrestle the police officer to the ground.
Oh, no.
So the police officer, fearing for his safety, attempts to pull his gun out. And I've seen the video, and the video is actually banned in Thailand. But several news medias from around the world are reporting on this and available for most people to watch. And anyways, the brother that's wrestling this police officer to the ground decides to make a grab for his gun, for the police officer's gun. Reports in the media are that one shot was fired. Some people are saying they heard two shots fired. Have absolutely no idea. So anyways, he takes the gun off the police officer and gives it to his brother. And he's got him in a chokehold around his neck, this police officer, and it's caused quite the scandal. So the latest news is, because people videoed this on their cell phones and posted it on social media. And the latest news is these two brothers are being held at the courthouse jail, awaiting to go to court. Now, here's the kicker. They're rich. Okay. Their family owned shares in this company. They sold them and they got several $1 million. And apparently they worked for this company up until December as high up in management. And there's thought that they're going to try and buy their way out of this scandal. So, but that Phuket, I think he's either the mayor or governor, has said, hey, they're not buying their way out of this. Yeah.
Better
you assault a police officer.
Well,
I don't care what country you're in, and you take grab a police officer's gun.
Yeah. Oh.
You're asking for serious trouble.
Big trouble.
And the mayor / governor has already spoken to the chief of the immigration, and they've revoked their visas. Okay, so New Zealand is like many Western countries. They're visa exempt. They get 30 days on arrival. Well, they've revoked that. But what happens in this case is they're allowed to stay in Thailand until the court case is finalized. All right. So even though their visa is revoked, they're still allowed to stay until the court case is finalized. And the mayor / governor, this gentleman that's in the news, I'll read the article out to you from the Bangkok, from the local Phuket Post newspaper. I've got it on my cell phone. Is saying that they're going to be deported for life, number one, and he hopes they have a bit of time from His Majesty's pleasure in the local prison prior to their departure. So that is the latest big news here in Thailand.
You're referring to the Bangkok Hilton, I think. Are you?
That is the biggest one. It's called the Bangkok Hilton. And it is somewhere I would never wish on my worst enemies to go to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from the article, which is in the Phuket Post, and tell you exactly what's happening in regards to this. Let me just go back in my
you don't want to be
pictures that I took
misbehaving in Thailand.
Yeah, so bear with me a second. I'm just going to pop this up on my cell phone. And the article says the two men were speeding on motorbikes along Chai Pha East Road in Shillong on Saturday, March 16th. They ignored an order from Shillong traffic officer La Somsak to pull over, prompting Somsak to give pursuit. The men were forced to a stop, and in the ensuing alteration, one of the Kiwis, which is a New Zealander, forced Lieutenant Somsak, that's the police officer, to the ground and took his handgun, while the other took his phone to delete any photos or video recording by the officer. That's serious offense there. However, reinforcements from Shillong Police Station soon arrived, and both Kiwis were placed under arrest. While the gun was being taken from Lieutenant Somsak, the gun fired 2 times, they're saying in the media. Luckily, no one was injured. Major General of the local police said today, and this was yesterday's news. And he said both men are now in detention at Phuket Provincial Court. Major General Sinler confirmed. The men each face 5 charges, Major General said. Conspiracy to commit robbery, working together to fight or obstruct officials from performing their duties, participating in physically attacking officials performing their duties, and attempting to bribe an official, and also driving without a driver's license.
Oh, Jesus.
We have coordinated with Phuket Immigration to have their visa revoked. Now, this is bringing more light to the story. So the reason these two didn't stop for the traffic stop is they didn't have a license for the scooter.
No, okay.
So what happened to the guy that rented the motorbike to him? Do you know what his punishment was? He got fined 2,000 baht, $70, for renting the motorbike to them without checking to see if they had a license first.
Never asked
slap
me for
on the
a
wrist.
license.
Slap
Well,
on the wrist. You know,
they don't. I don't think anybody asks for a license when you go to rent, do they?
Hardly any of them ask for your license.
Yeah, well, that's
I showed my license, but he's like, yeah, okay, whatever, But Phuket is like a different country almost to Thailand. They have their own laws down there.
Okay.
Okay. And they happen to be very strict laws. Earlier last year, they brought out a yellow and red card system.
I remember that.
I made a video on the channel if you all remember watching it. And for those of you that are new to the channel and didn't see the video, what's the red and yellow card? If you have a minor infraction, you'll get a yellow card. Okay. If you have a major infraction, it's a red card and deportation.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 yellow cards also equal a red card for permanent deportation. If you get a yellow card, that means you can't come back again in Thailand for the remainder of that year.
Right.
Okay. So it's just like a temporary ban from Thailand. The following year, you can come back, all's forgiven. But so the head of Phuket government wanted to make this nationwide. The Thai government said, ain't going to happen. No way. Do what you want in Phuket. That's your province. But for the rest of Thailand, we're not doing this yellow red card thing. So, but in Phuket, they're a law to themselves. And it's a lot stricter there than it is anywhere else in the country. And these guys should have known better.
Yeah.
I mean, driving without a license, the only thing that's going to happen is they're going to take the bike off you and you're going to go pay a fine.
At the worst.
That's
chances
that's
are you
worst
just get
case.
A fine on the spot and away you go.
No, they're going to take the bike. They will take the bike. For no helmet, yeah, it's a fine and away you go, but no license, they actually take the bike from you. And they do that here in Jomtien and Pattaya as well. I've seen it many times. They stop tourists, taking the bike off and go ahead, walk on down the road, but you're not taking this bike with you. So they impound it. The owner of the bike store's got to pay a fine and then retrieve their bikes back. These guys, the fine would have been somewhere between 30 and 70 US dollars. It's not a lot, you know. And maybe they would have got a yellow card out of it. Okay. Which means they can't come back for the rest of the year. They could stay until their vacation ends, but they wouldn't be admitted back with, you know, within the remainder of the year. They'd have to wait until the new year before they could come back in again. Whoop-de-dip-de-doo-dah. But to wrestle a police officer to the ground, take his firearm arm off him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
jail time.
A couple shots went off in the struggle.
That's definitely jail time.
You know, imagine if somebody would have got shot and killed.
Yeah.
You know,
worldwide news.
These guys would be looking at the death penalty.
Yeah.
You know, or max or minimum life imprisonment. So that's what's happened. Their mother and father have been on the news channel in New Zealand saying that they hope this could be settled easily as they're only kids. Only
30s.
Kids. They're in their 30s.
Yeah.
You know, they're married with children of their own, folks.
Not kids.
And they're saying, you know, they're only kids. I'm sorry. At 30 years old, you're much older than kids. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with them. And I'm going to be reporting about this as and when it updates in Phuket. So let's get on with today's live stream. And everybody's welcome to comment on today's subject.
I've lost my picture here.
I got it right there for you.
How do I put it back on here?
Oh, you got a technical issue? 1 second, folks. What are you done, Brooke?
Okay. The comments, but...
Okay. So, where are we? What have you done, Mr. Schneider? There you go.
It is. Okay. What do we do?
Read the first comment.
Sun Hun, looking forward to this.
And thank you, son, for coming online. Today's subject, all about Phuket.
Daniel Hall, I'm ready to watch from here in Tampa, Florida. Know it well.
And welcome from Tampa, Florida there.
Kiwi Magazi, I won't be able to watch this live today, so please manage, okay, without me. and I'll check in as soon as I get home.
Okay,
Driving.
Kiwi. Thank you for watching on the replay.
Chris Wheeler, good morning, Coop Troop. Anyone have any input on flights from the U.S.? About to pull the trigger and see y'all in June.
The best thing for flights in the U.S. Is shop around.
Yeah, Google Flights, I think, is one. Skyscanner's another one, you know. Expedia, of course. And then the little trick I usually use those search engines to see what options are available.
Yeah.
See a price I like, I go directly to the airline. And usually it's either the same or darn close to with the airline. And I prefer dealing with the airlines.
Yeah.
Chris Wheeler, Emirates, a little more dollars, but it is worth it.
Yeah, the fantastic airlines, Emirates.
Chris Wheeler, Bitcoin's on sale today. Save money on flights, but not United. Brett in Alaska. Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke.
Good morning, Brett.
Daniel Hall, I had a question, but I forgot what it is. I have disability, and it has to do with my psyche. I take all my meds properly for years and years now. Everything has been fine for years and years. So I don't know what the question is.
Nope.
Brett in Alaska, really, what's in the water in Phuket? Yeah.
Exactly.
Sharks.
Always Phuket in the news.
Wendy, hi from Dennis and Wendy. Hope you guys are well.
And hello, Wendy. Thank you for coming on
well.
and joining us.
Frank T, off topic, Coop. Did you say you were living on $2,500 a month and jumped in? Is that just for you or both you and Darlene? That's a good budget.
I'm actually living probably closer to $2,200 a month for me and Darlene. And the reason it should be under $2,000 a month, but the amount of YouTube videos that we're doing on a daily basis and the amount of fuel that I'm spending on the truck and the bike, going all over these fantastic locations to bring you guys, some of the best accommodations they have out here. Adds up and to my budget. So
I don't think hardly not worth it for all the work you're putting in, but hey, time will tell. As far as I'm concerned, for my budget, I budget $2,000 a month, US that is, and I don't spend anywhere near that. So I'm able to save each month, and it's just like accommodations are reasonably priced, cheap.
If I wasn't doing YouTube videos, I'll probably be able to save like $500 a month.
Yeah. No, it's Anyways, Frank T, is Somcron really 3 weeks and jumped in this year?
Okay, what it is, Frank, in regards to Songkran, is they've allocated 3 weeks for Songkran, and different areas have different days that they have the water festival. It's not going to be 3 weeks of everybody throwing water. It's just the holiday is 3 weeks long. So they'll allocate different days. Jomtien will have 2 days. Pattaya will have 2 days.
Okay.
Rayong will have 2 days. Chiang Mai will have a couple of days. Bangkok and all these different areas in Thailand. And that's the way they work it.
Okay.
So the celebrations will be for 3 weeks of holiday, but the actual water festival will only be a couple of days.
So I won't get soaked every day for 3 weeks.
No.
Good. No. Jerry Hart. Hello, Coop, Darlene, and Brooke.
Hello, Jerry.
Jerry.
Darlene's left us and she's gone to the gym with Jackie.
Lost Boy, the Bangkok Hilton. Correct, Mundo.
Yeah, that is not a nice place to be in, Lost Boy. It's like notorious, one of the hardest prisons in the world.
Yeah.
Where you're going to be in a cell with upwards of 50 people. And you've got no space. You're literally laying right next to the person beside you. There's no bed.
Don't miss.
You're laying on the hard floor. The only thing they give you is a little wool blanket. That's it. Don't even get a pillow.
Don't miss.
So you're going to be laying on the concrete, and it's not a funny time or place that you want to spend your time in.
Lost Boy, muhaha. Dennis L. I just watched the video. If it doesn't look good for them, they should have just taken the fine. Correct?
Yeah, I would have. I would have just stopped and taken the fine. The moment they wrestled that police officer to the ground, they knew they messed up big time.
Yeah.
And then taking the police officer's gun, and then on top of that, taking his phone away from him to delete the evidence that they were speeding.
It'll be interesting to see what actually happens with this. a lot of these infractions, let's say in Thailand, they simply deport you. Like, to me, that's more than an infraction. Like,
assaulting a police officer.
If there isn't jail time involved in this,
I mean, imagine if this was the States, you'd be looking at a 10-year minimum sentence.
Easy. You know, stealing the guns, firing shots, like it's a
judge would come down really hard in the West.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the government does do on this, and if they don't do a fairly hefty penalty, I think it sends a message.
I do.
You know, just don't deport these guys because they paid off some official to get the heck out of here.
But,
time will tell. Kenny T, hello to all. Finally made it to live stream after watching many videos about condos in Jomtien. I think my favorite is Grand Dusit 2, where we are. If I arrive during low season, do you think many one bedrooms available?
Low season, definitely. Yeah. You'll have no problem getting a one bedroom here.
And a good deal.
Yeah.
Bad Brad, hello all, Cooper, Darlene, and BTC Brooke. Sale is on. Correctamundo.
Yeah, Bitcoin is down to 62,000 after last week being at 73.
And this is normal for Bitcoin. It's very volatile, and you know, you'll see higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows on the way to, you know, new records, which it will hit. So anyone who's holding out there or recently got in, let's say, I would say just, you know, hang on, don't worry about it, put it away and hodl, and, you know, appreciate your gains in, you know, 6 months to a year from now, and say, geez, I wish I had bought more when it was on sale. Black Ops, morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Morning, Big Al.
Morning, Al. Thank you for coming on and joining us.
Mike Baker, morning, Sunrise, morning, coffee, morning, gang.
Good morning, Mike.
Mikey the Man.
Another one of our neighbors here at District Grand Park, too.
Frank T, do you guys know of a place to rent a mountain bike or electric scooter in Pattaya, Jomtien?
There are places. I don't know of them personally, Frank, but people posted on the Facebook group of where they went and rented mountain bikes. There's a beautiful lake on the dark side, Maporchan Lake, absolutely beautiful. I go there and fly my drone. As I enjoy flying it over there, and it's out of the way of people, so I'm you know, don't have to worry too much about that. And they do rent them, but I don't know the names of the places that rent them, but several people have rented them out here. So Frank, get yourself on the Facebook group, and they'll be able to help you with that. And it's easy to get on the Facebook group. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, put down on the 4 questions in the Facebook group what your YouTube name is, because your Facebook name is probably going to be different. And then we can pair you up, check on our YouTube analytics, make sure you're a subscriber, and then you're able to join. And the reason we say that it's only for subscribers, I have to put this out there every time, it's not to get our subscribership up, it's to stop the bots and any people coming on there harassing. And it's for your protection as well as everybody else.
Paul Clark, good day from Tasmania, Australia. Just wanted to say thanks and good day.
And good day, Paul.
Good day,
thank you for coming in from Tasmania and Australia.
I've got relatives in Devonport, Tasmania.
Yeah.
Any Stress Kid. Hello, Coop Troop. Watching with my lovely bride from the Garden State in USA. Can't wait to return to Land of Smiles. Garden State, that's New Jersey, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Jersey. And can't wait for you guys to come back. I think they're coming back later on this summer.
Good, good. The Poor Man's Passport Guide. Hey, guys, I'll have many more questions 1 week before I'm arriving, end of April.
So you'll be coming in low season and much better prices on everything out here in Thailand.
Any Stress Kid. Here in States now, they'd cut those knuckleheads loose without even a dollar bail. Things here for our criminal justice system have changed dramatically.
And
yeah, he's got a point.
They have.
Yeah.
The Thais don't play. Okay. The Thais tend to be very peaceful people. And they're Buddhist. So in their religion, they practice peaceful, get along with your neighbors, love your friends, you know, and even to their enemies, they're still polite, and it's called saving face. And you'll hear this many times in Asian countries. It's all about face. What is face? It's an appearance. You should never be angry in public. You should never display anger. Always display kindness and smile. And when something like this happens, oh yeah, they take it very, very seriously. And I would be extremely surprised if these guys get a get out of jail free card, pay a huge fine, and let out of the country, because it's, as you say, Brooke, it sets a bad example.
Yeah.
No matter how much money these guys got and how rich their parents are, they need to be set and as an example, saying, if you commit the crime, you do the time, irregardless how much money you got in the bank and how much bribe you're willing to pay to get out of it.
The Music Sanctuary. Good day, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene from Edmonton, Alberta. I hope all is well your way.
And thank you, Music Sanctuary.
Still snowing on Edmonton? Probably. It's
Everything is going great over here.
Man, that's a cold province of Canada.
Chris Wheeler sends a $4.99 super thanks and says, gas money, $5 is cheap for free, for great info. Thank you very much, Chris. Really, really appreciated it, brother.
Any stress kit. And the Garden State, New Jersey is the home of more super fun sites than any other state in the U.S. Super fun sites. What's
I have no idea. I've never been to the Garden State. Never been to Jersey.
No. Any stress kit. Mash the like button.
Yes, please. If you're watching today's live stream, please hit the like button.
Daniel Hall, if the U.S. dollar gets the value, how is that going to affect exchange rate? Gets devalued, I think he said.
Well, right now, the Thai baht to U.S. dollar is about 35 baht, just over 35 baht to the U.S. dollar, Daniel. And it's pretty good value for money.
Yeah.
Considering you can get a baht bus from here all the way to Festival Mall and Terminal 21 Mall, and it costs you 30 U.S. cents, 10 baht.
Yeah.
That is just how cheap it is out here. And the trip's probably about, I would say, close to 5 miles, around about there. 5 miles on the baht bus costs you 30 cents.
One thing, Daniel, how does it affect the exchange rate, in Thailand, let's say? Because the U.S. dollar is considered the world reserve currency, things, I think there's like 60 countries on the planet that use the dollar as their currency. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Obviously, theirs is worthless, so that's where it's accepted and widely used. But as the U.S. dollar, say depreciates, you typically see the other currencies follow suit. So I wouldn't worry too much about that as long as the U.S. dollar still maintains its status, which I think it will for quite some time. The other currencies will just follow suit. Now, for a country's currency to get stronger than the U.S. dollar, they got to be doing something right. Mm-hmm. And too many countries, hey, they're all printing debt, they're all printing paper money, they're all, getting worse off. They all have high interest rates. So, I mean, yeah, there might be the odd one like the Swiss franc or something that might be okay, but I wouldn't worry about it. Daniel Hall devalued. Yeah, we figured that. Dennis L., those guys attacked the police officer in the States, they would have been shot and killed. Well,
that's another thing. When they took the gun off him, he took the gun off the police officer, he gave it to his brother. His brother's holding the gun.
Yeah.
Police officers were called as backup because several people videoed this. Yeah. It wasn't just one person, several. It was sure shock and wanted to get it on camera. So they video it. Other people would have called the police station and said, hey, these two foreigners are attacking a police officer. They've got his gun. And they would have sent backup straight away, which they did. And they arrived in a matter of minutes. Now, when this backup came and this brother's holding the gun, in the West, police would have got out of their cars and shot first and asked questions later.
Yep.
In America, that guy would have been shot dead.
Yeah.
And no question about it. He's armed with a deadly weapon. He's taken the police officer's gun. There's been shots fired. People have reported it to the police. Hey, they've taken the gun. A couple shots are fired. They would have gone in blaring in the West, and we all know that. We've seen it on the news plenty of times. And they're so lucky that the Thai police, came out with their guns and demanded he put the gun down, which he did. To his smartness, from all his stupidity, he actually put the gun down. But extremely lucky, that could have gone a hell of a different way, in my opinion. And I believe they should get the book thrown at them. I don't think there should be any leniency for something like that. I have the highest respect for the law. Always had all my life. Comes from being in a military background. I respect authority. That's the way I was grown up to be. You know, most of us in our 50s, we remember what it's like in our childhood. And you would never say a bad word to the police officers. Today's society, it's gone freaking crazy.
Yep. The Music Sanctuary. Brooke, it was 20 degrees centigrade here Sunday. That's in Alberta, which is a new record. And no snow is forecast overnight. Oh, no, and now snow is forecast overnight. Go figure. Boy, you talk about discrepancy.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
20 degrees.
You go out in a t-shirt, and next thing you know, boots, woolly hats,
that's like below zero to get snow.
Yeah.
Anti-stress kit. So we understand Phuket is a magical place, and we plan to visit once living there. Any idea the drive, train, bus timing to get there from Jomtien
to Phuket?
You can do a bus, I think, can't you?
You can do a bus, but you'd have to go from Jomtien to Bangkok.
Yeah.
Change buses there, and then go from Bangkok down to Phuket.
Or you could fly. They have an airport there.
Yeah, you can go from Utapao Airport.
Yeah.
There's an airport here just down the road from Jomtien. It's about 30 minutes away. It's called Utapao.
You drove through Phuket to get, is it like how far
almost,
drive?
Almost. We were down to Koh Samui, and when we came back via land, we were maybe 200 kilometers north of Phuket.
So it would drive time from here to Phuket if you were on a big bike like yours.
If I was going to do it on a bike
or car,
that would be a long drive. I could probably do it 14, 15 hours.
And a car, similar time frame?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah. About 15 hours, I reckon, there. But you can easily fly from Utapao Airport straight over to Phuket.
Okay. Yeah. And you're probably like not even an hour on that flight,
eh? It would be a short flight.
Yeah, a short one. Mike Baker, Canadian dollar is heading that way it was in 2001. That Thai exchange is steady for Canadian dollar. Yeah, I think it was 26 and change the other day I looked. Yep. So 808 Bear. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Bear. Thank you for coming on and joining today's live stream.
Daniel Hall. Okay, thank you very much.
Very welcome there, Daniel.
Bad Brad. Bot bus in 96 was 10 baht.
And it's still the same price today.
10 baht, I know. Jesus, that seems odd.
Regulated by the Thai government.
Yeah, that's like
you gotta love the Thai government here.
28 years ago, the same price. Yeah.
A lot of things are regulated by the Thai government.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get a subsidy, the bus drivers.
Okay.
By the Thai government, of course. They're licensed.
Yeah.
And for example, electricity, regulated by the Thai government. Yeah. When you buy a property or you rent a property, most of the time it's at government rate.
Government rates. Cheaper.
So government rate's the cheapest one. And if you got a property that's not at government rate, you can go down to the land office. Sean told me this, and Elena, and you can request that they put in a government meter so you pay the cheaper rate.
Oh, wowzer.
That easy. Just go down and fill out a form, request it, and they'll put it in for you, and you pay government rate. So win, win, win all the way around. And electricity out here for my 2-bedroom condo runs me under $100 a month.
Same here.
Under $100 a month. Can't beat it.
I'm like 69 bucks a month for
and I'm probably closer to 89. But then I've got a 2-bedroom.
And you have 3 air cons. I have 2.
Yeah.
And you bigger, so you know.
Yeah.
But and I leave mine running, at least one of them 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's
I don't turn my living room on off when I would go out because I like it cool when we come back.
Me too.
Yeah.
Dennis L., can you and Mr. Brooke share any stories about any scams you've experienced?
Well, the only scam I've experienced here is what happened at our condominium, Dennis, which everybody knows about. But I've not experienced any other scams. The one to watch out for all the newbies coming to Thailand is when you arrive at Suvarnabhumi Airport. Okay, you're going to come off on the top floor, which is where international arrivals come in from. So you're going to arrive on the top floor. You're going to be heading, the second to top floor. You're going to be heading out the terminal building, And as soon as you do, what you'll see is you'll see people on the bridge by the multi-story car park yelling at you, taxi, 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 hello, taxi, where you want to go, where you want to go. They're not taxis.
Okay.
Okay. I saw this a lot back in the day. Not so much now, but you still get them. And what these guys are is con artists. They'll get you in their car, tell you they're going to take you to your hotel or wherever you want to go, get you down a back alley, take all your money and leave you there on the side of the road with your suitcases.
Okay.
That's what they do. 9 out of 10 times they don't hurt you.
Right.
Yeah, they're just after your money. But that is one of the biggest scams going at Swanapum Airport that foreigners do get caught out on from time to time. You hear it in the news. So my advice is when you're coming into Swanapum Airport and you go outside the terminal building thinking there's going to be taxis right out there, and you get these people yelling at you, taxi, 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 stay away from them. All right. There are designated taxis at the airport. You go right down to the basement level of the airport. There's escalators that take you down. When you get down there, there's a big, huge taxi stand, and dozens of yellow taxis out there, or green taxis that say clearly taxi on them. And you go up to the stand, you see the person behind the stand, you tell them where you want to go. They'll give you a receipt with your name, the taxi driver's name, and they put down the license plate number as well. If you have any problem, you have that receipt there to go back and complain. And the taxi drivers know this, and everything's above board. So it's for your protection and for their protection as well. And that's one of them. You also have the VIP taxis. So if you're several of you coming together, 2-3 people, and you got like 4-6 suitcases, you can get the SUV that'll take you straight from Swanapum Airport to Pattaya, Jomtien area for around about $70-$75, which isn't bad, considering it's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, no.
So that is very, very cheap compared to the West.
808 Bear at Bad Brad. Bot bus has been very stable. Yeah. I've ridden it. It's easy. Ray Watt, only 22 baht to the New Zealand dollar. Still good value. 40 days and counting.
Yeah, so there you go. Ray, it costs you about 50 cents to get on a bot bus here in Thailand. Very, very cheap.
Any stress kid. Superfund is EPA listed site that has highly toxic contamination. Irony is Garden State has more than any other state. Okay, that's what that is.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying.
808 Bear at Ray Watt. Hello, little brother from Australia.
Friends in the chat.
Michael Halls. Expat idiots behave the same in Bali, sadly.
Yeah, what is it? You think that you're going to a foreign country, you just break their laws, and there's not going to be any comeback from it?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it in your own country.
No, that's the odd thing.
So why the heck would you do it outside?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. Or do they think that, because they've got so much money in the bank, they just pay a bribe and away they go and they can do whatever the heck they want? Thailand's going to make an example of them. I'd be very surprised if they didn't do hard time.
Anti-stress kit and snowing here tonight. First day of spring starts in 2.5 hours. 808 Bear at Cooper's Thai Adventure. I have watched videos from Bangla Road and the streets are packed. Is your opinion, is Jomtien reflecting the same? Bangla Road, where's that now? In Jomtien?
Pattaya.
Yeah. Pattaya is busier.
Jomtien's not so bad. Jomtien is more of a retired community, Bear. It has gotten busier in the high season. We've seen it with our own eyes. However, it's still only quarter as busy as places like Bangkok, Phuket, Pattaya. It's a great place to be and relax and enjoy yourself.
I've noticed Pattaya is a lot more busier than Jomtien for what I see. I prefer Jomtien.
Bangla Road's in Phuket.
Phuket.
Yeah,
okay.
Phuket.
Well, never been to Phuket. Don't want to go. But Jomtien is quieter, as Coop said, a little more retiree friendly, let's say. Now you go to Bank Saray, and it's all retirees. I think it's a smaller, even quieter area. And some people I spoke to this week, they're in Dusit now, but next time they're back, they're going to go to Bank Saray. They just want that little quieter lifestyle. And it's funny. We got here at the end of March. Actually, say May 1st, we started here at Dusit.
27th of March, when we
28th, I thought, but and it was quiet here when we got it to Dusit, and then you see high seas, and then you see it pick up, right? But now I'm starting to see it slow back down. Yeah, it's getting less and less every day now. It seems of busyness in the pool. The gyms are more open now, and not that they weren't before, but you have to kind of watch your times. Where now it doesn't really matter, so things are slowing down a little bit. Yep. Yeah,
and by the way, Bangla Road is the walking street area at Patong Beach in Phuket.
Phuket, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I slipped my mind there.
Kenny T, is Jomtien an okay area to get around on a bicycle?
Yes, a lot of people ride bicycles here.
I would say so.
And I see them riding up and down Beach Road. People ride bicycles here over to the dark side, so because they got a big, huge bicycle track. Goes around the lake, and it's only for bicycles and people that are walking or jogging, and no motorbikes or cars are allowed there. And they love it. Absolutely love it. Great place to go out, and plenty of people riding bicycles out here.
Our enjoying subscriber Romeo, he loves bicycles.
Yeah.
Kenny T, be bicycle. 808 Bear, I will happily pay Baht Bus 20 baht for Jomtien to Pattaya.
And I think 20 baht would be more than fair price. But nope, government's keeping it down. They want to keep it down.
Montana's Thailand retirement. Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke. Nice to see you all again.
And good morning, Montana. Thank you for coming on here.
Kenny T, third time's a charm.
Bicycle. Predictive text. Blame it on predictive text.
Sun Hyun just made it back. Costco was a nightmare, but the deals are hard to pass up. They are at Costco.
Yeah, I like the muffins.
I like you get the man. I used to buy those chickens. Yeah,
the plastic
huge
containers
muffins.
with 6 big muffins
in
it.
Oh man, man,
that was my Achilles heel back in the West. Those big, huge muffins.
Jack Bree, Kenneth, they're in Hua Hin. Michael Halls, I can just imagine the nice service the staff of Bangkok Hilton will give 2 rich kids on a sex holiday, and Thai will receive. Bam, bam.
Yeah, they're not going to have a very good time there. I'm telling you.
Jack Bree, Kenny T. Les Brown, with all the building in Jomtien and North, I assume Beach Road traffic will double in a few years.
No. I don't see it. Most people on Beach Road here in Jomtien are walking.
Yeah.
Because they have that beautiful walk right beside the beach. And it's great for those that want to jog. I see people jogging there every day, and not so much traffic.
Yep.
Right now, because of the road works, it's only one way. So yes, it is a little congested. But normally, no, I'm not seeing an abundance of traffic on Beach Road in Jomtien. Most people out there walking, enjoying the life on the beach. You go into the beachside cafes, sitting back, having a nice cold coconut shake or smoothie, or, me and you, our iced coffees that we like so much. And traffic.
If you're living down there, you're probably not even needing to rent a scooter nor car.
Yeah.
Your Baht buses are out front. You just take them and you walk the rest. Yeah.
Now, Pattaya Beach Road, on the other hand, yes, I have seen it, where it's bumper to bumper traffic going down Pattaya Beach Road. But Jomtien, it just seems to flow smoothly. So not so much of a big issue here in Jomtien.
It's funny, one thing too, Coop, like I was talking to a friend of ours, Jeff, this week, and he originally rented a scooter. He realized after 2 months, he don't need a scooter. He's right. It's so cheap to take the Baht bus here.
Yeah.
To take Bolt, taxis if you got to go a fair distance. He says it was cheaper to do that than even pay for a scooter. Well, heavens, there you go. A lot of people think that.
I mean, you can get an air-conditioned taxi here, which we call Bolt.
Yeah.
It's like Uber in the West. And you're looking at $3 to $5.
Yeah.
One way.
Yep.
You know, sort of maximum, you know, traveling around the area here between Jomtien and Pattaya. Cheap as anything.
Well, I see lots of expats hopping on scooters. Guys my size hopping on the back of a scooter for like 40 baht, 50 baht to go.
For the motorbike taxis.
Yeah, to go to the mall. You know what I mean? Instead of 100 baht for the Bolt. So they even go cheaper options just riding a scooter.
Yeah.
Interesting. Michael Halls, Brooke, do you day trade Bitcoin? If so, could you advise what platform? Thanks. Well, first off, no, I don't day trade. I'm a buy and hold type of guy. And I use TD Waterhouse, which is a Canadian platform.
Mm-hmm.
TD, what is it? Ameritrade, I think, in the States, which I think Schwab is now bought. But that's a platform that are probably similar in the States. So what I do is I simply buy these shares in the companies,
Mm-hmm.
and where possible, I'll, sell options, dated out a certain distance out in the future and collect the premium income and, just wait for the cows to come home. And I always put my, strike price, which is, where I would let the shares go, a double or triple what I paid. So I don't mind a smaller premium that way, but it's worked so far. Day traders, not my cup of tea. Sun Hyun, the rotisserie chickens are still $4.99
at Costco. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
No.
Canada was $7.99. I don't know if they've gone up, but that's the Canadian peso for you. But $4.99 in the States for a whole chicken.
That's cheap.
And they're big buggers.
Yeah, that's cheap for the States.
Yeah. I know in Canada, because I would winter in Florida, Coop. So I buy the $4.99 chicken, huge bird. Oh my God, lasts me 2 days. And you get in Canada, it's $7.99, and the bird's like 2/3 the size, maybe half some days. What the heck is this garbage? 808 Bear, I'm not a member of Facebook, but I hope to catch up with everyone there in September.
Okay.
Yep.
Just create a fake Facebook profile if you want,
Yeah.
and then come on and join our Facebook community. And the community name is in the banner down below, and it is called Cooper's Thai Adventure Community.
Yeah, it's scrolling across there.
Yeah, there it is, just there.
Jack Bree, third time's a charm. Are other vloggers in Hua Hin?
Our other vloggers in
I think that is the other vlogger. Is another vlogger in Hua Hin. Third time's a charm.
Okay.
I think that's what he meant. Dennis L, is it true that you're not allowed to ride your scooter or motorcycle of any CC on the highway?
Absolutely true. You cannot here in Thailand. Doesn't matter how big the bike is. It's the toll roads, and you can't drive them on the toll roads. Now, they do have in Bangkok the raised roads, I'd like to call them, that are wide as a highway, sort of 6 lanes in both direction, and you can drive motorbikes on them, providing they're not toll roads.
Okay.
I do see motorbikes and scooters go up and down them, but on the toll roads have their own law, and they say, no, you can't. But when we drove all the way back from Koh Samui to here, in both directions, there were 3 to 4 lanes in both directions.
Okay.
No problem whatsoever. And the speed limits, same as they are on the toll road, 120 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
What's that? 70 miles an hour. So yeah.
So basically the toll roads you can't go on. That's
just it. Yeah. But what we found is from Bangkok to Pattaya,
yeah,
you have the toll road, and then right beside the toll road, you got
service road.
You have the A road,
okay,
I'll call it, and it's 4 lanes in both directions.
It takes you the same place.
You the same place.
Yeah, that's where the scooters go.
The speed limit's exactly the same as it is on the toll roads.
There you go.
It made no difference to us whatsoever.
Scott Richmond, hello all. What are Jomtien has a balance of Asian and Western style restaurants? I would say they do.
Yeah,
balance,
we do. We do have a sort of equal mix between expat restaurants and Thai restaurants and Asians restaurants. We have Japanese, we have Chinese,
every flavor you could
Malaysian,
imagine. Norwegian, remember
Vietnamese
that
restaurant. Yeah,
we've seen Swedish, Indian, Italian,
Australian.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
American,
you name it, they're here.
You name it, we got it. British here in Jomtien.
Jack Bree, Scott, yes. Les Brown, when do you go to the supermarket? How do you get all the groceries home on a bot, bus, or bike? I have 5 bags every week. Well, then you take a bot. Well, I would take a Bolt for that. You got 5 big bags, say.
Yeah. Now here's what you do with Jackie. You go up to the supermarket on your scooter. Yeah. You go in there. You do your week's worth of shopping in the back, and you fill up the basket. And then what you do is you put Jackie in a Bolt.
Correctamundo.
And you ride the bike back.
We did both ways. Originally, I was going there with Jack. Okay, honey, we got to be careful how much we take. So we usually have 2 bags. And once that's filled, that's it. We're not buying any more. And, I'd put one in front of my feet on the, floor.
On the peg.
And then Jack would have the other one between me and her in the back, right? Yeah, but okay. After a while, you say, hey, honey, I'll send you in a bot bus or a Bolt. Sorry, Bolt. Yeah. And then you buy more. You just buy all you need. So we one way on the bike, and then she gets the ride home.
Yeah, and I mean, from the supermarket, the Tesco Lotus or Macro, where you like to go shopping, is only like $3.
Yeah,
to jump in a Uber Bolt that we call it here.
Yeah,
cheap as anything.
And typically, that's the one ride a week I use on Bolt, and maybe there's one other one in the week. Not always. So yeah, it's works.
Yeah. So what you do there, Les, is get a bot bus up there, pay you 30 cents, 10 baht, and go up there, and then $3 to come back in a taxi, aircon taxi, and it keeps all your groceries nice and cool. So your ice cream or anything, frozen things that you buy, aren't going to be melted.
And if you're at Dusit here, they have a shuttle service taking. They stop at Macro, they'll stop at Lotus, so at least you're getting the one way. And if you're willing to wait for their pickup times, it could be 2 hours later.
It's every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours, bingo. Then it's free both ways. You just wait and load on the shuttle, the free shuttles.
Yeah.
Ray Watt, what's the cost of things like go-karting or a game of golf?
Go-karting's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it was
I think we paid $30. And for $30, we had what was it?
I think that's for 2.
I think that was 3 races.
Yeah.
For $30, it's like $10 a race.
Yeah.
As for golf, I spoke to Leo about this the other day, and he's the big golf guy out here. He used to be a manager of a golf course in Florida, and he said to me that golf can vary depending on which ones you want to go to. From $20 for a day out golfing to several $100s if you want to go the top of the range golf course out here, which is at Siam Country Club. So there you go.
I would say
those are the costs.
Still definitely cheaper than the States would be.
I mean, $20 for 18 holes? That's cheap.
Oh, my God. You couldn't get a course for 40 and it wouldn't be much back home.
Yeah.
Scott Richmond, sorry, meant to say what neighborhood? I forget what that was about.
What our Jomtien has a balance of Asian and Western style restaurants. Sorry, meant to say what neighborhood. Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah. Daniel Hall, what are cigarette smoking prohibitions?
Here in Thailand, you can smoke just about anywhere.
Well,
here in Thailand, can't smoke inside malls or like that. For example,
restaurants you can't smoke inside.
Most restaurants will have an outside area where you can smoke.
That's it.
You do have some restaurants that are outside where it's mixed smoking and non-smoking at the tables. So if you're one of those people that are completely anti-smoking, go to the restaurants that have, segregated areas between smokers and non-smokers is my suggestion there, Daniel. E-cigarettes that I smoke here are actually banned in Thailand. Okay. You can buy them here at the markets. They sell them here. There are shops that sell them as well. And night markets and stuff like that that'll have them. However, if you're going to smoke an e-cigarette, do it at your home. Don't do it out in public because police can give you a fine for it. And when I'm outside, I leave my e-cigarette inside my motorbike or inside my truck. And I don't smoke it out in public.
Good. TJ, Mr. Magoo, 2 questions. Fire away, TJ. 808 Bear, at Ray Watt, golf can be cheap or expensive as hell. Depends on your situation. Many golf clubs in Pattaya. There's lots of clubs.
There's like half a dozen.
Yep. Yeah. Amazing. Bluto the Sailor, sent for my physical Wise card and attached a bank account. Going to put my house on the market in a few months. When it sells, you're probably going to see my ugly mug. We're waiting for you.
Join the club. Join the club. Plenty of ugly mugs out there.
Smart
like
idea with the Wise too. You're gonna use that. TJ, Mr. Magoo. Hello, guys. Sorry, slipped on keypad.
No problem, brother.
Ray Watt, New Zealand, small bird, $16.
Oh, small $16 for a chicken. Wow. Yeah. You can buy a whole chicken out here for $2.
$16.
$2 for a whole chicken.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah. San Hyun, the Facebook community is very friendly and helpful. No drama. Useful information, just like the live streams. Correct.
And that's what we promote on the channel there, son, is we don't want any drama. When we get bots that come on our live streams, Darlene blocks them. That's it. Blocks them, and they can't comment on here again. Hence why we always say, if you want to join the Facebook group, you have to subscribe to the channel. That way we know you're not a bot. And we've only had 2 bad apples in 6 months of having the Facebook group, and we have over 1,000 on there. Right. So the percentile is very small. Very small. Yes. It's like 0.005.
A lot of good information, a lot of friendly people.
Of the bad apples that we get on there. And as soon as we get them, people report it to us. We have instant chat on there where people can talk. And we also have live for the admins. So if somebody's got a problem, they can do it anonymously. They can report it to us, and we just block them straight on there.
Right.
Too easy. It's for everybody's protection, and people are loving it. I always get positive feedback on the Facebook group. Our subscribers have joined other Facebook groups here in Thailand. They get bashed for asking simple questions, or put down, or humiliated. Women get harassed. On our Facebook group, we don't have any of that.
No.
And they're saying, thank God. It's, a break from the norm. And it's fantastic. Thank you, Cooper, for creating this. I've asked some very silly questions, and, everybody's been friendly and answered the questions without bashing me,
yep.
And praise the group. So thank you to all those that have joined the Facebook community for keeping it good and keeping it happy clean, yep. and positive.
And helpful.
Yeah.
TJ, Mr. Magoo, can I still get condo deals in August? And would I buy a
PS5 in Thailand or US?
Okay.
You can buy it here, the PS5s in the US, Mr. Magoo, TJ. They are cheaper than the West. Okay, they're about $100 cheaper than
here.
The West. Yes.
Wow.
For PS5.
Okay.
Because where are they made? Japan.
Okay.
How far is Japan from Thailand compared to Japan to the US? So a lot of the costs that you're paying in the US is import cost. So yes, it is cheaper here, and PlayStation also has its own server here in Thailand. So you're able to get the PlayStation monthly package that you can buy, or annual package, so you can play all your games online. So yeah, PlayStation is big in Thailand. And August, yes, you would still get deals on condos because it's low season.
Yep.
So no problem there, TJ.
808 Bear, Thai Elvis is in Jomtien.
Yes, he is. He's on Jomtien Beach at the boathouse.
There you go. Wow.
He plays there every weekend. I think they've made it now 3 days because it's high season Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Probably.
Before it was Saturday and Sunday, they've extended it to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Patty DeLargy, I have a good thunderstorm partner.
I love a good thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah. Partner doesn't. Who wins?
50-50.
I haven't heard too many thunderstorms here. At Patty DeLargy, you win. Thunderstorms rule.
I don't mind. They don't bother me, but they do bother Darlene. She absolutely hates when there's a thunderstorm. It helps me sleep.
Yep.
I find it really relaxing.
TJ, Mr. Magoo, buy 10 bags to last 2 weeks and take both there and back. There you go.
Yeah.
Kenny T, goodbye from Missouri. Thanks for answering my questions. Hope to see you all.
And then it goes on to say this
This
year
year
or
next.
next. Yeah, be absolutely great to have you join us out here, Kenny.
Pick up some Bitcoin. You'll come earlier.
Yeah, we've got last count we were at 160 subscribers here that have chosen to retire here. So absolutely fantastic, and they've come from our channel. So in 7.5 months since we started this YouTube, we got 160 people here enjoying the good life, and everybody's happy, enjoying themselves. Everybody's happy.
And I've noticed a lot of have come here, obviously because of you and your channel, and they're happy and that, and they're maybe for 6 months or a year, whatever, and then they're going to try other places, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's there's lots to explore in Thailand.
Oh, it's a good gateway to travel Asia.
Excellent.
Absolutely great gateway to travel Asia. And you can't beat the low cost of living out here.
No.
You know,
they're looking at other locations in Thailand to, try out for 6 months or a year too. Right?
Now, there was something interesting you said to me this morning before we started the live stream. You said you met a couple people here that chose to self-insure.
Yeah, it's talking about insurance for a minute here, guys. So, nice couple, Canadian couple, and they were asking about insurance a while back. And I said, well, here's, what I do or I'd recommend. And they actually took the advice and went and checked it out. And, they're very, astute people, cautious. So they went back home with the information and realized, you know what, we're going to put 100,000 in the bank for each of them and self-insure. And I thought, wow, that's actually a smart idea. That's like almost 3 million baht, say, for each of them. And that's kind of the policy that was recommended as the max you'd ever need, right?
Yes.
And in the meantime, they're collecting interest, daily interest, so they can access the money. It's not locked up for 6 months or a year. If they need it, they can get it. So they're collecting a bit of daily interest on that, and the money's theirs. So I thought, well, there's an interesting situation of why people would self-insure. If
you got that money, it's a great idea.
Now, obviously, you need to have the money. You need to be diligent and, to put it aside and not touch it. And then, he mentioned about some of his friends have credit cards that they keep blank. And, they can put maybe 10,000 or 20,000 limits on each of these cards. And that's what they would use for self-insurance. You know what I mean? Because they do take credit cards at the hospitals.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and the other situation was a good friend of ours, and he's 69, and she is, I believe, 40, married, and they went again to McCallum, got the information, and they did insure with him. And they both said fantastic information, knew everything. They both had some minor preconditions. But their whole insurance package was like $260 a month US
for both of them.
For both of them, that's
$130 each.
Well, she'd be less, but say the total is $260 a month, and they were tickled pink. In the West, they would have been way more than that. He's from the States, obviously, but so there you go. Two different situations. One decided to self-insure. One went with the insurance, and then. The idea of the credit cards, I thought, well, that's interesting too. Just keep them empty. But
69 years old.
69,
And that is cheap.
Yep.
That is fantastic. Yep. There you go.
So that's McCallum Insurance. They've got their website. Check them out. Definitely recommend
fantastic
them.
broker.
We've been there, so we can vouch for them.
Yeah. Did I miss Dennis's?
Would you guys say is a good amount for a tip if the service was good?
I normally tip between 20 and 50 baht.
Okay.
Depending on the amount that I'm paying in there for a meal, 20 to 50 baht.
Well, so not a percentage.
No, I don't do a percentage.
Okay.
20 to 50 baht. You're talking, sort of 75 cents to $1.60.
Yeah.
So
I probably
about the
say
normal
about
tip out here.
10%. I usually look at a percentage, but.
You're a big tipper.
Honestly, well, hang on. Sometimes, I've been waiting for meals and, Jackie's done eating, so there's something fishy. Oh, and they realize they forgot to serve me. That's maybe not so much a tip.
But no, in Thailand, they don't expect a tip.
No,
they don't. Like the West, everybody expects a tip. And if you don't tip the waitress, they get angry. Here in Thailand, a tip is sort of a luxury.
Yeah.
That if they have a good day, they'll get some tips, but it's not expected.
I know, like in the bolts, maybe it's like 92 baht or something. I'll give them 100 and they're so thankful.
Yeah.
Or it's 120 and I give them 140.
Or we use Grab to get deliveries, from restaurants, for food.
Even the change you tip them, they're thankful as all heck.
The bill will say come to, 300-400 baht. And, if it's like 500, 500, whatever it is, and there's like 25 baht difference, I just normally say just keep the change to the delivery driver. And they're very, very grateful.
Sun Hyun, if one were to move from the USA, are all appliances and electronics compatible in Thailand, or is the plugs different and not compatible?
Okay, Sun. First off, you have to think about the voltage difference. Okay, it's not 110, it's 220 here, so it's double the voltage. A lot of modern day technology, most of it, there are some exceptions, are dual voltage.
Yeah, dual.
For example, your cell phone, the charger for your cell phone, if you got a smartphone, is going to be dual voltage. 99.9% of the time, it's dual voltage. Electric razors, which we like using as men, you'll find at the bottom of the electric razor, there'll be a little slot there for coins that you can change the voltage on it from 110 to 220. Look out for that. Things like hair dryers and straighteners for women are not dual voltage, but they're cheap as anything out here. Better just get rid of them, give them to a family member or whatever, or friend if you know that you're coming out here to Thailand. You can buy a transformer, here at a lot of the, Home Depots, stuff like that we have here. You can buy the transformers here so you don't have to worry about it if you want to bring it with you, or just get rid of it and buy a new one here.
Yeah.
Because they do have the latest technology here in Thailand. So all the best products you're going to find in the West, you're going to find them here. And electronics is a lot cheaper here than it is in the West.
Bingo. W Secrets to Success vlog. Hello, guys. Regarding Wise Card, do you recommend the digital card or physical card in hand, or have both options to access ATMs, move funds, etc.? Well, I wasn't even aware of that digital card until maybe a year ago. I've had my Wise Card now, over 3 years, and mine's physical. But the more I looked at that digital card, it is a good option. It does work. So, I do recommend a physical as maybe a backup call it even, but I'm still maybe old school. So I like the physical card to put in the ATM, get it back out. And, I can use it at 7-Eleven. And, you recently got me on that Scan Pay. Well, it doesn't. That works slick as all get out. So
if in doubt, W, get both.
Yep. Tekken, I may sound like a dumbass, but what is halving in Bitcoin? It's not the stock splitting, is it? No, and it's not a dumb question. Most people aren't even aware of the halving, but so Bitcoin's supply is 21 million. That's all that'll ever be mined. The last coin won't be mined until 2140. It's actually set in stone in the programming, and the programming can't really be ever changed. So that's, it's dispersed worldwide. There's nobody regulating it. It's just, there it is. So the halving every 4 years, and there's a clock, and it's based on the amount of blocks that are mined. And typically it's always 4 years, give or take a few days, either way, that the reward for a block of mined is cut in half. That's why it's called a halving. And currently today, there'll be 900 coins mined. Tomorrow, they'll be the same. Yesterday was the same. In April this year, around the middle of April, roughly, it's projected, that is cut in half. So that's the halving. Yeah. So the reward drops from 900 per day to 450 per day. And so that's, it's the supply, let's say, is cut in half. Yeah. Daily supply. And what does that mean? Well, typically, let's just say the miners, for example, their rewards are cut in half. If they were mining 50 coins a day. Well, guess what? With the halving, now they're only getting 25, and yet their costs have stayed the same. So it will get rid of the inefficient miners, okay, which is a good thing. As far as the price of Bitcoin, you would think because of limited supply and demand stays the same or goes up, that you're going to have a price increase
of double.
Yeah. And eventually it does work its way through to that. Maybe not initially, but usually within 6 months to a year, you'll see that definitely reflected in the price of Bitcoin. Now, that halving continues, as I mentioned, every 4 years.
Yeah.
So, from 900 to this April 450, 4 years from this April, it's down to 2.25.
Yeah.
So that's even less coins. Now, when you figure on the planet, a lot of coins have been lost, 4 to 5 million, they estimate, never to be got again, guys.
People passed away, haven't passed their passwords on.
No,
and they're lost in cyberspace.
So the amount of Bitcoin available the demand is going to just, in my opinion, skyrocket. You're having sovereign wealth funds, you're having countries now, you're having corporations look into it. I mean, just this, a couple days ago, the largest pension fund on the planet, the Japanese pension fund, so it must be for every person living in Japan, it's $1.5 trillion are going to be allocating to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And that's just the start. So, buy and hold, guys, and you don't have to buy a whole coin. There was another thing people were concerned. Oh, geez, I can't afford a whole coin. You don't have to buy a whole coin. You can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, through Coinbase or Binance or one of the other exchanges. There's exchanges in Thailand.
You buy $5, $10, $1 a Bitcoin if you want.
Any amount you can buy, and just simply buy it and hold it, and don't worry about it, and don't worry about the ups and downs, the volatility. It'll going to end up higher in 2 years and 5 years and 10 years. So,
and you can buy on the ETFs as well. It's now regulated in America, and it's like $35 for one share.
That's been a huge plus, in my opinion.
So super cheap.
Yeah, it makes it so simple. Well, now even corporations, Coop, can buy it and legally put it on because they're allowed to buy on the regulated exchanges.
And now the banks want to buy it too.
Well, yeah. So
in America, so yeah,
you're now. Oh, did I miss it? No, you haven't missed it. It's still a great time to buy. The adoption we're not even at 1% on the planet.
Yeah.
So you're going to be amazed at what you're going to see with Bitcoin. I think by 2030, seriously, you're going to see $1 million a coin.
Yeah.
Because the transfer, people are not wanting to hold paper money, which is like a melting ice cube. If your savings is in that, good luck, because there's as Michael Saylor says, anyone who's looking to retire with on fiat money as their retirement, they have a name for them. They're called poor.
Yeah, that's what he said on the news. Yeah.
So Chuck Utley, I know this is a long shot. Any info about the Renong area? I'm going in November. Thanks, from Savannah. Renong, where?
Rayong, I think he means.
Oh, Rayong, okay.
Rayong is a beautiful area. Okay, it's just south of what's the name of the place that we go down to? Bangsaray.
Bangsaray, okay.
Just south of Bangsaray, and it's very close to Utapao Airport.
Okay.
But several expats love it down in Rayong area. It's more peaceful. You're sort of more evenly mixed between expats and Thais, probably more Thais than expats there. As where we live is predominantly expats.
Yeah.
Quiet area. So probably, a very nice area there, Chuck.
Jack Bree, San, 110 volt in the US, 220 volt in Thailand. Plugs are different in Thailand. Well, they are different, but you know.
But what you'll find is the travel adapters, you can buy them here at 7-Elevens, cheap as anything, 35, 40 cents, 50 cents for a travel adapter. And you can use them here, providing what you're using.
If you even need it,
dual voltage.
I mean, I've got an Apple iPhone and brought my charger with me. Plugs right into the wall outlet. Yeah. And these are dual, like they'll do 110, 220.
Yeah.
You check it on your thing and it's right in there. So that luckily. Ray Watt, do you have any subscribers living at the Riviera, Jomtien?
Yes, I've got 4.
Yeah.
I've actually got 4 subscribers that live there at the Riviera, and they love it. Absolutely love it. The Riviera Jomtien is one of 4 Rivieras in the area. And in my opinion, it's the nicest one.
You got subscribers.
All of them are beautiful.
Pretty well every condo you've ever shot.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
Yeah. And they're loving it, Ray.
Yeah. Mohammed Thomas, good morning, gentlemen. Amara, a pleasure. Cooler, that condo at Eras is in a 2-bedroom would be perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for.
And they do have 2 bedrooms there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the subscriber's name out on the channel because they probably want their privacy, but you and I both know who that is. They have a 2-bedroom there and absolutely loving it.
Do.
So Sean does have 2 bedrooms there for rental, but we couldn't film a 2-bedroom because it was already rented out, and it's rented out till mid-April. He's got several 2-bedrooms, several 1-bedrooms there. And like I say, the end of high season is the end of April. So first week of May, you're going to see quite a few of them come open, the 2 bedrooms and the 1 bedrooms there at Eras. And it is a fantastic place to live. We have, I think, 4 subscribers that live in that building as well. All 4 of them love it.
Yeah.
Said fantastic place to be.
Yep. 808 Bear at Dennis L. 100 baht is a good tip. Yeah, that is a
very good tip. That's a big tip here in Thailand. That's $3.
Yep. Tekken, haha, no disrespect, but Cooper in the screen behind Cooper looks bald.
Actually, I need a haircut. It's getting too long there. So that's the plan this week, to get a haircut.
Chris Wheeler at Kenny T. Be sure to stay tuned for great info. I feel your pain. I'm in Chicago.
The Windy City, Chicago.
Anthony Wilson, morning, guys. Hope you have a good day.
And thank you, Tony, for coming on.
Every day is a good day in Thailand.
Yeah. He always has a smile when I run into Tony.
Michael House, Brooke on BTC, thanks. I had a chance to mine in 2007, but didn't.
Oh. Yeah, too expensive to mine nowadays.
Chris Wheeler, my wife in Houston is howling and hiding under the bed during thunderstorm. Lieutenant Dave, good morning, Coop Troop. How was Darlene's trip to the Philippines? I know she was glad to see her kids.
She did. She had a fantastic time over there. Said it was too short. Very upsetting to leave the kids. You know.
Sure.
But we want to get them out here, and just have to wait for the school years to finish. And we've got to get them their passports. It's a ball ache. It's not like the West where you can get a passport in under a week. In a lot of countries, in the Philippines, it takes months to years to get a passport. It's not something that's straightforward. A lot of red tape in the Philippines.
Oh,
a lot of red tape. They still do the paper trail. In today's day and age, everything's done digitally.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, still the paper trail, and that's what drags the system down. And that's why a lot of expats, go to the Philippines because most people speak English there, thinking that they're going to have a great time, and then they realize that they got the paper system there. If you want to go to the bank, that's the only thing you're going to do all day, because it's going to take all day in the bank. 3 hours waiting outside to get in the bank, and 3 to 5 hours inside the bank.
Yeah.
So that's your whole day shot, just going to the bank. My wife went to go ask for a statement.
Yeah.
Okay, because we plan on doing a cruise in September. We want to go up to the Arctic, and she wants to see the Northern Lights. Well, for that, she's got to get a European visa. It's called a Schengen visa. They want a statement from her bank account. So while she was there, she went to the bank to ask for a statement. 5 hours she was in the bank, Brooke. 5 hours just to get a statement. Diabolical.
Wouldn't want to be there.
No.
Can you imagine that? Like, Sun Hyun, tipping in U.S. is ridiculous now. They want 15 to 20% for takeout, or even when you order from the counter. What the? They turn over the iPad and ask you to pick a percentage. It's crazy. I've heard that.
It is.
Yeah.
Even on the cruise ship that we go on, okay, it's called Norwegian Cruise Line, and all the cruise lines are the same. You have to pay gratuities. So normally you book your cabin, yeah, and you might book some excursions and stuff like that. Now you have to pay gratuities in advance.
They're gonna get you.
And the gratuity bills are expensive.
Yeah,
they are not cheap. Gratuity bills, So what I found on the cruise ship when I was in the casino, I like playing on the slot machines, and I found that even though you paid your gratuities in advance, the waiters that bring you your drinks while you're playing on the slot machines still expect a tip.
Right then and there?
Expect a tip.
Okay.
And if you don't tip them, they're not going to come to you very often.
You'll be back with another drink for you.
Yeah, you're going to wait a long time for a
you
drink.
Ain't getting any.
And it's like you're paying double. And tipping's just gone crazy in America. It really has. One day, tipping in America is going to be the same price as the meal. So if you're ordering a $50 meal, they're probably going to expect a $50
service
tip.
charge and tip and
everything else
included. Michael Halls, rotisserie chicken junior is $10 plus. And it's a pigeon sized. Oh, okay.
Well, really, just a pigeon sized chicken. Wow.
That's good. 808 Bear. 2034, 99% of Bitcoin has been mined. Get it now or be left behind. Sailor is correct.
And I agree. I agree. Sorry, folks. I just need to get a bit of tissue. I got a bit of an eye infection. I got a red eye there.
Yeah, no, 99% is mined by the year 2034, which is correct. And that's several halvings down. Now, I suspect by 2030, I'm a firm believer you'll see Bitcoin at around $1 million. So, that's only 7 years or 6 years now down the road.
Yeah.
Adoption is going to take off dramatically, and that's what's, going to be the, demand and supply. Well, see, the thing with gold and silver, Coop,
what's that?
Price of gold or silver goes, it doubles, let's say. They just dig deeper. They just dig deeper and get more gold. Well, you can't do that now with Bitcoin. It's the only time.
Fixed amount.
Fixed amount. Only one in
never be more
on the planet with a fixed amount. So Daniel Hall, if I have a 1-bedroom in the Riviera or the Copacabana, am I able to bring girls home and stay overnight with me there?
Of course, you do what you want. You're running it. It's your property.
Yep.
So there are no restrictions for, you having guests. Of course, you can have guests. It's your home. So anywhere you stay.
What would
his
wife think of that? Next, please. Roger Walker. Good morning, Cooper and Brooke. Good morning, Roger.
Good morning, Roger. Thank you for joining today's live stream.
The Music Sanctuary. Canada is the same way. You're looking at a 3 to 5 month wait for passports from the time you drop off your application. And that's if all's in order. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Philippines, a lot worse. When we went to the Philippines, it was 3 years ago now. The Filipino citizens comply for what's called a national ID card, like we have in a lot of Western countries. We applied for it the first month we were there, for my wife. 3 years later, she still hasn't got it.
No kidding.
For a national ID card. It's like a 5-year waiting list to get a national ID card. Wow.
Welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Roger Walker, was Darlene able to use a debit card or credit card from the Bangkok bank? If she even tried, was just wondering. So I think he was referring to the Philippines, right?
Yeah. Now, what I can say, Roger, is she didn't because she was using her Philippine bank account while she was there. But while I was there, because I closed my Philippine bank account down, I was able to use my Thai debit card, no problem, and take money out at the ATMs over there.
And I was able to use Wise card over there. So I just went to any of the ATMs, put in my Wise card, got out pesos, and now typically I had pesos on my Wise card, so I didn't have conversions. I had done it prior, so it's simple. It works.
Yeah.
Michael DiCaprio, hey, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene from Swansea, Wales, UK. Be out there in a few weeks. Any thoughts on the Jumped-In Palm Beach Hotel Resort? Thanks. We use as a base. You familiar with that one?
No, but I'm familiar with Swansea. It's where you go to get your driver's license in the UK.
Okay.
The head of the driver's license, they call it DVLA, is
And that's
Swansea.
in Wales.
In Wales, yes, that's the
Wowzer.
head office for the
Okay.
DVLA. So all your paperwork and stuff goes through Swansea. And I actually had to go there because they'd made an error on my license, hadn't given me a category that I had on my license. Called them up, got no joy. Sent them emails, still got no joy. I turned up there, I asked to see the manager. It was sorted out that day.
That day.
You know, so yeah, fantastic. Swansea, I like it. And as for the Palm Beach Hotel Resort, I don't know anything about it.
No, there must be a YouTube video on it, you would think.
There are probably
So-
YouTube videos on it to check it out, Michael. And go on our Facebook group. I'm sure we've got subscribers that have actually stayed there.
Jack Bree, hey Roger, another Roger here in Oz. Roger the Dodger. Chris Wheeler, can you get a bank account while they're on a 30-day visa and start transferring money? I watch Singh's video, but I'm almost 45 years old and I forget.
Yes, you can. You can get a bank account here while you're on a tourist visa.
Yeah.
It's just you want to do it sort of straight after you get here.
Yep.
Because it's about a 3-week process.
Yep.
2 to 3 week process. Some agents like Singh can do it a bit quicker than that. Some other agents 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, but Singh said very good, and he'll tell you straight away, Chris. You're more than welcome to reach out to him. On the video, we put his WhatsApp details, all his contact details were in the banner. So go back to the live stream that I did with him about 4 weeks ago. Not far to go back. You don't have to go back through all our videos. You just click on where it says videos. Next to it, you'll see live streams. Click on that. You just go back like 8 videos and you'll see them. And we put all his details on there. He's more than happy to talk to you even before you come out to Thailand, and he'll answer all your questions and tell you exactly how long it'll take him to do it, Chris.
Kakin, I've seen on YouTube, so I'm not sure if it's true, but I heard that there are some companies in California put a fee for health insurance for their employees on the receipt along with a tip. Oh, they're coming up with all kinds of charges on the bill, you know.
And California is the highest tax state in all of the U.S. So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me there, Tekken.
No. Roger Walker, thanks.
No problem, Roger.
I go to Caprio, yes. Jack Bree, I'm in Alabama, Roger. Okay, that's what Roger says.
Go Bama.
Wendy, couldn't use my Wise card and jump in for cash withdrawal. Still need to figure out why it didn't work. The debit card worked at restaurants and stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you definitely want to find out that.
Huh, because you've used your Wise card at just about every ATM out here and never had a problem getting cash.
No, didn't have a problem.
Now,
I haven't used it in a while because that's how I initially got my cash when I got here, before I even had my bank account. Now that I have my bank account, I simply use my ATM card.
Now, did you have to notify Wise that you're going overseas so they could change it on the system so you can use the card at ATMs?
I don't recall notifying them, but I had to put in my PIN. You know what I mean? So I think that's how they verify, hey, he's got the PIN, so he's fine. I got the card, I got the PIN, so that, you know, just spit it out. Now, I did have bought in on Wise. Yeah. You know, you got to make sure you have bought like a jar set up. You can't just have your, you know, well, maybe it could, but I didn't have these US dollars trying to access bought. I had bought on the Wise card. So, you know, maybe is Wendy here still, or
no? She's gone back to the States.
Okay.
Yeah, but she'll be back in late summer.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they told us before they left. They planned on coming back in late summer. I know when I went from Thailand to the Philippines to cancel my retirement visa in the Philippines, I'd contacted Bangkok Bank and I said, hey, I'm going to the Philippines. I'm going to be there for a month. I need to use my ATM card while I'm there. They put it in the system, blah, 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 blah. They said, okay, no problem. You can use your ATM card over there. I asked them what's the maximum I can withdraw on a daily basis. And they said 100,000 baht. Well, that's more than I could withdraw here in Thailand. The maximum you could draw is 50,000.
Did you use it there then?
I did. I used it several times.
And it spit out pesos.
Out pesos.
And converted it.
Charged me
okay,
for baht.
Well, that's good to know.
For the exchange rate.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem whatsoever.
Good.
So even when we went on the cruise, we went cruising around Asia. I was able to use it at the casino. There was an ATM, American ATM machine there from Bank of America. Used it, no problem whatsoever. Asian countries that we went to, Vietnam, Bali, Malaysia, no problem. No problem. I was able to take out local currency in all the countries that we went to.
Good.
You just have to notify them before you go, and they'll activate it on the system for you. Real easy.
I would call Wise, Wendy, and just see what that is. Roger Walker, is Wise better to use than Western Union for transfer? Absolutely. Yeah, Western Union's old school and very expensive.
Yeah, because they don't give you the good exchange rate.
No,
they get you
don't.
twice
Oh,
with
yeah,
Western Union.
Yeah.
So you're going to pay a fee to send the money, and then they're going to give you an abysmal exchange rate.
Yeah.
So you're actually paying twice.
So as I mentioned many times now, Roger, and for any of the new people, so I get paid in Canadian dollars in my Canadian account. I have US dollars in my investments. But anyways, I transfer from either account to Wise, and it's immediate. And then I take it from Wise and I transfer into my bot, Bangkok bank account in bot, and it's immediate. And so, within like 2 minutes, the money's gone from my account in either Florida or Canada, and it's sitting in Bangkok in bot at a fantastic exchange rate. So,
great.
It's simple.
So give us an update on Bitcoin. What's been happening with Bitcoin this month?
Bitcoin's on sale.
On sale?
Yeah, did you not hear? It's volatile, and it's dropped a bit in the past week. But, the funny thing is people just have to, sit back and relax, understand it's a volatile asset, but it'll be worth more in 6 months and a year than it is today. Now, going back 30 days, it was around 50,000.
Yeah.
And now it's dropped to 62, and people are panicking. Like, hello, it's done well. So, yeah, just relax. And if you can, buy a little more, dollar cost average each month, you're going to do well with it.
Yeah, because when the ETF came in on the 11th of January, which was 2 months ago, it was at 45,000.
Okay.
So it's now at 62,000, which means that it's gone up 50%.
Yeah, but see, when it hits 73,
and then it's dropped 10%.
Yeah, it hit 73, and now it's down to near 63.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening? You know what I mean? They don't look back at 30 days and say, well, it was only at 50. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
why is the price dropping?
Obviously, supply and demand.
There's
more supply than there is demand at that price. So, I think there is some manipulation with the big boys. They want to fill their bags as cheap as possible. The biggest reason, in my opinion, though, is obviously supply demand. There's more supply. Well, where'd the supply come from? Those bankruptcies with FTX, and I think it was Genesis possibly. They, people lost their dollars, coins, whatever. Well, those now are getting liquidated, and the clients at least will get some of the money back, but they won't get the coins. You see what I mean? So those coins are hitting the market, causing the price to be depressed. Eventually that runs out.
Right.
The bankruptcies are solved. The other one is Grayscale. People, when Grayscale charges 1.5% as a fee, and you can buy the ETFs at like 0.2. Some of them have no fees for 6 months or a year. Well, you're naturally going to gravitate to them, meaning you sell your Grayscale, but in reality, they have to put those coins on the market to pay them. So that's caught, and eventually that ends because Grayscale's, I think, what they've lost half of their coins. So
because people are leaving them, they don't want to pay 1.5% fee when you could pay 0.2% of the fee, annual fee for Bitcoin.
Yep.
It's a no-brainer.
So
why would you pay 7 times more?
Yeah, you won't.
Than what the others are charging.
Yeah, no, and nor should you.
Yeah.
But so those three things, the bankruptcies of those two, the coins coming on the market, Grayscale coming on the market, once those turds all get flushed, look out, the supply is going to be limited again, and up goes the price. So it just takes time.
Yeah. And well, what's your prediction? What's your best guess of when that might be?
I think I think shortly. I think within the next 60 days, you'll see a huge spike, maybe a double, because they say, I think in 60 days, Grayscale's done. Probably the bankruptcies are all sold out. You know, they got their money. And yeah, then look out. It's let's just say by the end of 24, I can see it easily hitting 150 to 200,000.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, around about that area. So exciting times now, to come for Bitcoin.
Don't worry, guys. There's never a bad time to buy, because even at 200,000 in, you know, I think by 2030, you're going to be $1 million. So it'll flip gold as a store of value. Hey, and if you want to look at what is Bitcoin, it's a store of value. It's, hey, I don't trust these fiat currencies, these money printers, these governments that are just like, I came across a good article, like, why are we even being taxed? Because they simply run the printing presses. You know, they have deficits. Well, what do? They run the printing press to pay. Well, why are we being taxed? Just run the printing press even more. You know what I mean? That's all I laughed when I read that, but it made a lot of sense when you look at it logically. Tommy Lee, hey, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene, good morning. Hey, there's smiling Tommy.
Hello, Tommy.
Jack Bree. Yeah, Roger, my name is Roger Walker. I'm in Brisbane, Australia.
Another one from Australia. Thank you for joining us.
Tommy Lee, hey, Cooper, I've sent you an email and you forwarded it to Sean last week, and still he hasn't responded. Maybe he's swamped.
He is. He's very busy. He's sorting out a bunch of our subscribers that's here. He hasn't been in several of our recent videos because he's been out helping subscribers move into their condominiums.
Well, and then you're shooting with them, you know, very regularly. And that's
Tommy, I will see Sean today, and I'll make sure that he replies to you.
Yep, that's good.
No problem there.
Roger Walker, Jack Bree, cool.
Okay, cool.
Michael DiCaprio, do you remember the good old days of Western Union? Really handy site in the past. Yeah, it had its day.
It was. Yeah.
Roger Walker, thanks once again.
No problem.
Tommy Lee, how much does ATM charge in Thailand for Wisecard?
Same as they do for everybody else.
200 baht, isn't it?
220 baht.
220. It's gone up. It was 200 when I got here.
It's what's that?
$6.
$6.50.
Yeah,
thereabouts. Yeah. So what I suggest, Tommy, if you're going to be using your ATM card over here, if you go to Krungsea Bank, which is the big yellow ones, you use their ATMs. It allows you to take more out for the same fee.
30,000 I was taking out.
You can take out $1,000 on there, providing your bank will, you know, gives you that daily limit. Whereas some of the others will only allow you to take out 10,000.
Well, it was 10 or 20, but 30 was that Krungsea, as you said.
So to lessen your fees, go to Krungsea, take the max out, and then put it in your safety deposit box in your room, and only carry what you need on you. That way it saves you going to the ATM 3 times for what you can take out 1 time from Krungsea Bank. So you'd save yourself a third of the fees that you would pay if you didn't use them.
Tommy Lee, sorry I joined this chat late.
No problem, Tommy.
Tommy Lee, come on, guys. 86 watching, 44 likes. Hit that like button. Make Darlene smile.
Yes, please. My wife is moderating while on the treadmill. So she is watching on her phone and listening in her buds and making sure we don't have any bots come on to the channel.
Mike Baker, best way to send money back to your country's bank from Thailand. Oh, that's a toughie.
Best way to send money back to your country's bank from Thailand. Swift.
Okay.
I just sent some money from here to my USAA bank in America. Had some bills that I had to pay, so I transferred $10,000, and I want to say it cost me $15.
Okay, well that's good.
$15 is all it costs with Bangkok Bank.
So, and that won't be immediate though. Takes what, a few days to hit your bank in the States?
It takes 3 to 4 banking days.
3 to 4 banking.
It's got to go through Citibank in New York, because I said $10,000. It's for my mom to help her out. She's got to have eye surgery, so I wanted to help out with the costs. All the kids chipped in, and anyways, they said it'd be 3 to 4 days. But when she checked yesterday, it was already in there.
Right. Oh, well,
and I'd only sent it the day before.
Oh, well,
so it actually only took one day.
Yeah.
It's already appeared in her bank account.
I've never had a reason to send money back, but maybe there would, if you
But
sold a property or something.
That's
cheap.
Yeah,
it's cheap as dirt.
I send it back with Bangkok Bank. That's all it cost me there, Mike.
Pipsqueak. Hey, gentlemen, thanks for the info.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming on, Pipsqueak.
Pluto the Sailor. Bitcoin, the big boys are doing the normal pump and dump so they can take profits. Get ready for the next pump. Correct.
I'm very ready for it there, Bluto.
Check in. I am just getting into the Bitcoin game now. I use Newton as a brokerage. How much would you have in a brokerage before you put it in a wallet?
It all depends on you.
Yeah.
Me, I don't like the wallets. It's an extra long password that you have to have. Easy to forget. People have forgotten their passwords and can never get their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Me, I prefer the ETFs as it's a safer way. And if I lose my password, my login to my brokerage, I can get in touch with them via email and they can reset it for me. Not a problem. So everybody's different. Some people like the wallets. Some like the ETFs.
Yeah, I looked at, for all the reasons Coop just mentioned. I mean, I did research the wallets, and there is a theory why to use them. But I think for just sake of ease, I decided not to. And so which means you can actually just keep your coins on the exchange. Coinbase is regulated. That's what they're all the ETFs except for Fidelity are using. And it's, you're safe with that. Now, interesting fact, Coop, and the rest of the subscribers, a lot of the self-custody Bitcoiners that actually own Bitcoin in these cold wallets, they've kind of said, hey, to heck with it. They're transferring it back onto the exchange just for the reason you mentioned. Hey, what if I got knocked off in a car accident or a heart attack and they didn't have the words or couldn't find them or forgot where they were? At least on the exchange, it's part of your, you're going to be okay. Put it that way. It's part
a bit
of
more protection.
Oh yeah. So that's interesting. Jerry and Jennifer, charging our Wise card up with bot for our trip this November. 36 bot to the dollar today. Yeah, that's a great exchange, guys. You get that pounder.
And Wise does give a fantastic exchange rate.
Oh yeah.
Almost dead on what the actual exchange rate is.
It's better than my bank.
Yes.
The bank I've been with forever.
I agree.
Charges me more than Wise, so I've been in 3 years, PK Kiteboarding Company. Michael Saylor says 15% per year average. That's
appreciation.
No, he's referring, I think, pretty sure he is, to this, is what the true inflation rate is.
Oh, yes.
The government will tell you it's 2%, 4%, 3%, 5%. Yeah, bull. What do you know in real estate or car insurance or price of anything? It only goes up 3, 4, 5%. 15.
Yeah, tell me how much a gallon of milk is today versus a year ago.
Yeah. So if you're not making 15% on your assets, you're going behind.
Yeah.
You're falling. So yeah, I believe that. Lieutenant Dave, Coop, I'm feeling your pain about passport issues in the Philippines. Someone inputted the wrong date of Melanie's birth certificate. Oh my God. 1 year later, and we're still waiting to get her passport. I've heard that story.
Yeah.
Many times. Yeah.
And Darlene told me one thing that happened to her. When she and Jackie left here to go to the Philippines, you have to fill out what's called an e-travel pass. Okay. Well, they forgot to fill it out. So when they got to the airport in Manila, they went on to the airport's free Wi-Fi to fill out the e-travel card. They get on there. It says they have to pay 3,000 pesos each for the e-travel card.
$60 each.
Yeah, $60 each for this e-travel card. So they fill out the information, pay the amount, get through immigration, and they give you a sticker to say that you paid for the e-travel. When you go through immigration, you put it on your passport. Well, e-travel's free.
Yeah, it was a scam.
It doesn't cost you a penny.
Yeah.
So somebody hacked in to the airport's free Wi-Fi and is making money of travelers going to the Philippines. And absolutely huge scam. Nobody's reporting in the media.
There would be a lot of
Not
people.
one YouTuber is reporting on this.
A lot of people would be caught with that scam.
Yeah.
You know.
And she was so worried. She's been checking her bank account every day in the Philippines online to see if this, scammer was taking money from her bank account because she put her card details in.
Yeah.
And I told her to email the bank and make sure that, the account that the money went into could not take any more money from your card, block them. Yeah. So she did. She sent them a long email, and they're now blocked, so they can't take any money out there. But be careful, folks. Be careful.
Crazy.
If you're going to the Philippines.
Rodney, good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. A little late to the party.
Thank you, Rodney, for eventually coming. Really appreciate it, buddy.
W Secrets to Success. Brooks, did I hear you say Grayscale ETF is about to go bankrupt? If so, I need to sell my position. No, they're not going bankrupt. Far from it. They couldn't really go bankrupt because they, the coins match the shareholders.
But I know they're big in debt.
Well, that's one of the subsidiary companies that this, so-called Sonaheim guy has, is the debt thing, not Grayscale. So Grayscale's not going bankrupt. But what's happening is the amount of shareholders is being reduced, meaning Grayscale has to sell their coins to pay them back. And so they're losing a tremendous amount of income, let's say, for the corporation, the whole thing, because, when people leave, they're not going to collect any fees at 1.5%, which they were.
And the funny thing is with Grayscale there, Brooke and W, is they were on the news yesterday on CNBC saying, our fees are a little high, but we're planning on cutting our fee in the next couple of months. Well, in 2 months, they've lost half their customers.
Yeah. Good luck.
And if they're going to be lowering their fees in a couple months' time, well, it only took 2 months to lose half of them. I don't think they have 2 months. They should have lowered their fees yesterday. And if they don't lower them substantial, I think the other half are going to leave too.
Yeah, leave meaning they're not going to lose their coins. Grayscale, couldn't go bankrupt, wouldn't. You wouldn't lose your coins. It's not an FTX. It is regulated in Canada, and they're legit. So don't worry about that. What you want to worry about is, hey, do I want to pay 1.5% fee every year when I can get zero fee or 0.2%? And guys, after 10 years, that really adds up. You're 15% versus maybe 2%, over a 10-year period. Well, that's crazy, guys. So yeah, you don't want to pay those kind of fees if you can help it. Now, if you're stuck in a taxable situation where, hey, I got to pay a 45% Canadian tax because I'm, it'd be crazy, then maybe that's the reason I see people stay with a 1.5%, and Bitcoin will outgrow that fee by far. So it's just it's a tax thing. But if you've got it in a tax-free savings account in Canada, why would you want to have a Grayscale when you can have a US dollar denominated ETF with 0.2%, and it's both tax free? So, anyways, what's next? Tommy Lee, after deposit dollars to your Thai dollar account and you withdraw back to dollars.
I have a Thai baht account with Bangkok Bank, and I have a Thai dollar account.
Right.
Okay. I can't withdraw dollars from Thai bank account.
Yeah.
But what I can do is I've left some dollars in there. So when the rate goes up and it's in my benefit, I transfer the dollars over to the Thai baht. So it's sitting there and it's very easy to do. I don't have to transfer from America. I put X amount of dollars in there, waiting for the rate to change. As soon as it does, boom, I transfer the money in there. And because it's now 36, I'm going to be transferring some today. So great way of doing things. And that's how I do it with my Thai dollar account as well as my Thai baht account.
I found that very odd that you have a US dollar account, which you put US dollars into at the Bangkok Bank, but you can't walk into the branch and get any US dollars out. But I think you did tell me, and you've obviously done it, you get it out by transferring it through SWIFT to a U.S. bank account. So, yep. Les Jennings, hello, Cooper and Brooke. Getting on live stream a little bit late.
Hello, Les. Thank you for coming on.
Michael Hall, see you next time. Off to do a half marathon.
Ruck.
Wow, good for you. Well done,
Good on
Michael.
you. I couldn't do it at my age.
Mike Baker, thank you for the info. You're welcome, Mikey.
No problem, Mike.
Mikey the man. Let's go swimming. Pools are nice now, Mike. Chris Wheeler, Brooke, not a Bitcoiner. I think I have a $1 worth from leftover fails. Would it be wise to buy when it halves or before? Listen, the sooner you get into Bitcoin, the better, and you hold it. You don't look at flipping, and when it doubles, don't sell. What are you going to get? You're going to get paper money back that's like a melting ice cube. No, don't do that. When you would ever sell your Bitcoin is when you want a say a life-changing experience, like you want to buy that condo or you want to buy that dream vacation that you're going on a 6-month cruise. Maybe then you would sell a coin, but there's no better investment. There is no second best. So why would you sell the best asset, best winner for the second or third best? You wouldn't. So anyways, there is not a bad time to buy. You'll buy it before the halving. People will buy it after the halving. People will buy it when it's at $500,000 a coin. People will buy it when it's at $1 million a coin. You'll have buyers and sellers. So, don't worry. Now, you'll be buying a smaller percentage of a coin as the price goes up, when you're paying with fiat. So, anyways, that's that. What's next here?
How 1 second. I'm just replying to our moderator.
Oh, he's getting some quotes in there. But anyways, the key thing with Bitcoin, anyone looking at it, simply buy and hold it. Yeah. Don't get fret over the volatility. It's going in. It's going to be volatile. Now, having said all that, obviously I've done research, so that's why I'm so committed. But you need to do the research as well. Probably before you even buy, but at least get a basic understanding of what you're getting and buying. You can do more research even after you buy, and you'll get even more committed as to why you should put even more into it. But do your research and you'll understand. When you understand it, the concept and why it's there and what it's doing, you'll become committed. And next, please. Any stress kid, mash the like button, make Darlene smile. Correct.
Yeah, she'll smile while she's on the treadmill, messaging me like crazy right now.
Les Brown, dealing with English-speaking contractors in Florida is pain enough. I can't imagine having to bother a real estate agent with every repair that has to be done. Must be Spanish down there.
Yeah. And Ray Watt gifted 5 Cooper's Thai Adventure memberships. So now 5 people are going to have the badge next to their name. Thank you from Mr. Ray Watt. Really appreciated.
Wendy, is Ray Watt a bot?
Nope. He's gifted 5 memberships. Bots don't pay to do things like that.
PB Kiteboarding Company, cool thing. There is even a covered call Bitcoin ETF. I'm not aware yet there is. They've applied for it, but sorry. It's strictly a covered call. Okay. I was thinking, you buy the ETF shares and then you can sell calls. That's in the process, which, I might look at. But, Bitcoin is the one thing I might not do a covered call on because I could see it, you could double in a month. What do you do then, So, anyways, that's... I do a lot of covered calls with my proxies, meaning the miners, MicroStrategy. So, that works out.
And my wife says, I don't think he is a bot, but I didn't allow the gifts. Don't worry. Okay, I have no idea how that works. I leave that in the hands of my lovely wife to take care of. And Tekken sends a 20 Canadian dollar super thanks and says, thanks for the info, guys. Appreciate all your knowledge. Thank you, Tekken. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for that.
That's, and it's good, people. That really helps out, guys, with the expenses. I mean, I was quizzing Coop a bit about this YouTube channel. It pays pennies, peanuts.
Yeah.
I says, what what? How are you paying all your gas? And I mean, the equipment, okay, you keep that. You can use your drone, fine. You don't have to use YouTube for that. But, well, I pay out of my pocket. I says, what? You're paying out of your pocket? That's the last thing I'd be doing. You know what I mean? Like, I got to pay to do this?
And I'm not making a profit.
No.
At all.
And so my point of that is, hey, and Cooper would never ask for it, but I would tell you guys, hey, if you appreciate the content, if it's of any value, those coffee monies actually get used for the gas, you know, the common expenses he needs, and it does help the channel, let's say. And yeah, anyways, leave it at that. Ray Watt. No, Ray Watt is a Kiwi. Okay, well, he's not a bot.
No, he's not a bot. He's a Kiwi, he says. And yeah, YouTube is not cheap to make professional videos. Just last week, we spent $600 on a, well, 2 weeks ago, we spent $600 on a new editing tool for our videos. So if you've been watching our latest videos on condos and on pool villas and places like that, you'll find that the editing is, the quality of the video is changed immensely. For example, right now we have background music on most of the videos, nice relaxing background music as we're filming. And you'll see quite a lot of changes to the video, and it just looks completely different than the way that we were doing it before, because we've invested in a professional editing tool to make the videos all that much better in the hope of getting more subscribers.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell your friends about subscribing then, guys. That'll help too.
So 2 months YouTube money went down the drain as we paid for new editing software. So you guys get a better experience on watching our videos, by the way.
Wendy, thumbs up. Michael DiCaprio, most of the crypto experts say not your keys, not your Bitcoin. Self-custody must be the way, question mark. Yeah, they all say that. I think more and more are saying, hey, that's the ideal situation, but most people, believe it or not, in my opinion, don't self-custody. And the reason is it's a lot simpler. You don't have to worry. You don't have the, you know, about forgetting, losing your cards, losing your hardware. You know, it's just maybe so much simpler. And now with the ETFs, as I said, people are actually going away from self-custodying for that simple reason. They can buy the ETFs, still own the coins.
Yeah,
you know?
Michael, everybody's got their own preference. Now, for me, I have a terrible memory. I really do. My memory is not very good. Could I remember a 10 or 12 word password, you know, in 3-4 years time? No, I damn well can't. I didn't even want to take that risk. You know, I've seen plenty of YouTubers saying self-custody, put it in a wallet, self-custody. And, you know, I can understand their logic behind it. But for me, I would forget the passwords and I'd lose everything. So that is way too much to lose. And that way, my easiest no-brainer for me was to put it in the ETFs. If I forget the password, if I forget my two-factor identification, at least there's a way to get it back, you know, and get it reset for me. If you put it in these wallets and you forget it, there's no way to reset it. Yeah, you either put in the 10-word password or 12-word password, whatever it is. And if you don't get it correct, yeah, it ain't letting you in.
I think you only got so many attempts too.
Exactly. So to me, that was just too much of a risk.
So your memory's not the best.
No,
I can vouch for that, because you forgot about that $20 I lent you 3 years ago.
What $20?
I didn't even know you 3 years ago. That was the correct response. Tommy Lee, meaning if I want to withdraw back dollars, yeah, you'd have to send it out of the country, Tommy. It's you can do it. It's doable. Jack Bree, phone's a bit busy, Coop. Yeah.
Darlene is our moderator, and she's messaging me left, right, and center here about this gifts. We don't know anything about it. So the gentleman that said the gifts for the subscribers, it's a new one on us, and Darlene's got to do a bit of research and find out what the heck that is. I've never seen that pop up on the screen before.
Mike Baker says we might be swimming in the rain. Is it raining today? I can't even see it.
Well, they said that it's forecast for rain this weekend.
Yeah. 10 minutes. It rains for 10 minutes here.
And Bad Brad sends a $9.99 super thanks. Thank you, Bad Brad. Really, really appreciate it. Brooke's right. I don't like to ask for it. I don't want to come across as an e-beggar or anything like that. I've never asked anybody for anything, and I never will. If you guys wish to give super thanks or buy me a coffee, it's entirely up to you. But yeah, I do run this channel at a loss. But you know what? I enjoy doing it. I enjoy helping people. There's nothing better in the world than seeing somebody smile when you meet them at a meet and greet, or you bump into them in the street and said, "Thank you, Cooper, for everything you've done. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here." And that is all the thanks.
Well, to be upfront, I forgot this, but people do bring you things. You know, the creamers. A lot of them have brought that. Mike Baker, God bless him, bought me a big can of Tim Hortons coffee, which I enjoy now. Did get my coffee maker, Mikey. I'll have to have you over for one. But yeah, so there is those little extras I forgot.
Yeah,
you know, that helps.
But it's all appreciated. Thank you guys so much.
Ray Watt, gotta run, guys. Great work. Love your commitment. All the best from New Zealand.
And thank you, Ray. Have a great day, brother.
A lot of Aussies here. Sun Hyun, subscribers are great to have, but doesn't YouTube pay for views, not just subscribers, meaning people have to watch the videos? True.
Yeah, and you know what we get paid per view? What we get is for 1,000 views on our video, we get $3. Okay, now from that $3, YouTube's going to take 40% out tax.
40%.
40%.
What a rip-off.
From that $3, you're going to make $1.70.
Yeah, that's...
and that's what we get paid per video. So it is not a lot, folks. YouTube used to pay really, really good. That's why a lot of people got into it. But now they've cut down the ad revenue, and it's hurting YouTubers. Yeah. Unless you've got over 100,000 subscribers, you're not going to break even.
The big boys.
Yeah.
Next, please. Daniel Hall, I enjoy your condo videos very, very much.
And thank you, Daniel.
They're popular.
I'd love to show more condos on the channel, but we're in high season. Yeah. And the condos that I'd like to show aren't available. They're rented out. A lot of people are asking me, "Hey, Cooper, you're showing these beautiful pool villas that are for sale, but can you please show us ones that are for rent?" And again, high season, they're rented out. Yeah. There's not many on the market available for rent right now. And then I have people saying, "Okay, you're showing condos that are 4-bedroom pool villas as well. Pool villas that are 4-bedroom. Can you show us ones that are 2-bedroom, you know, for half the price and what they look like and what you get?" It's a little bit out of my price range. And again, they're rented out. So only thing I can really do is show the sales ones. Because when they sell, Brooke, the owners, 9 out of 10 times, are buying them to rent out.
There you go.
So if you like the videos that we're showing of these pool villas, even though they're for sale, and you may not want to buy over here, but it may be the ideal place you want to rent.
Check with Sean.
Check with Sean.
Okay.
Because email Sean and say, "Hey, that video Cooper showed today on his channel, or yesterday or last week, you know, name the place that we filmed." We always put that in the title. Email Sean and say, "Sean, I really like that place. Let me know when it sells because I'd like to rent it."
In low season, you'll start doing more videos of each of those things, and the prices probably will be phenomenal.
Come May, I'll have an abundance of the 2 bedrooms, you know, pool villas that a lot of people are asking for, and I'll put them on the channel, no problem. It's just right now, high season, very hard to find. And Rodney sends a $4.99 super sticker. Thank you, Rodney. God bless you, brother. Really, really appreciate it. And my wife says it's drizzling outside. Ooh. She's in the gym so she can see outside, and she says it's drizzling right now.
Swimming anyways. Chris Wheeler, thanks, Brooke, for the info and scolding me. Smiles on the treadmill. Always appreciate it, guys. Go-kart race in June. Be there with my bride of 24 years.
No problem. And the girls race too.
Yeah.
The girls go on either the beginner track or the intermediate track, and they enjoy racing as well. Darlene, Jackie, Zia's been racing, and quite a few of the other girls have raced. Fantastic time.
Yep.
Fantastic time for all of.
And they're building a brand new track just around the corner from us here.
Yeah.
And it looks wicked.
It does.
Yeah. So
I like that bridge on there.
Yeah, we'll try that out.
That's going to be opening next month.
Roger Walker, thanks, Darlene, Cooper and Brooke.
Thank you, Roger. And Chris, we'll see you when you get out here with your lovely bride of 24 years old. And we'll definitely have a race around the track in June.
Tommy Lee, I think for more of you should ask Brooke to wear a bikini on the videos. Tommy, that's what you're going to do when you get here.
And the final question goes out to
Any Stress Kit. We know they're working on Beach Road. Any word on extending Beach Road through, past, around, not jumped in, beyond La Royal Beach view?
No.
That might be hard. Yeah, I don't.
That's going to be hard because you have houses and condominiums on there as you go around the bend. They'd have to knock them down and put a through road there.
Can't see that
happening. No. So that is it. We're at 2 hours, 6 minutes on today's live stream. Thank you all for coming on here. And thank you all for those of you that have given super thanks and channel memberships. It is highly, highly appreciated. And we're just going to say our goodbyes to those of you that have stayed all the way to the end. Wendy says, have a good day. God bless. Thank you, Wendy. And Dennis, both of you all take care. It's a pleasure meeting you all. Chris Wheeler, Bitcoin Bikini, Anti-Stress Kit. Good to see you guys. Have a great day. You too, Dennis. Really appreciate you coming on here. Wendy says, good. Tommy Lee says, have a great day, guys. Always enjoy your videos. Thank you, Tommy, for coming on here. Tommy the man. Al says, thanks, guys. And D, see you Thursday for quiz night. Yes, this Thursday, we have quiz night. And Friday is our meet and greet.
Yeah, this Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you all at the meet and greet for those of you that are
always
coming.
Fun.
At Fraser's at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. it is.
Tekken says, thanks, guys. Thank you,
you,
Tekken. Really appreciate it. Michael DiCaprio, bye-bye all. Thanks, Michael, for coming on. Jack Bree, thumbs up. Yes, please. If you're watching, hit the thumbs up. And if you're watching on the replay, hit the thumbs up too. Muhammad Thomas says, thanks for the info, guys. Thank you, Muhammad. It'd be a pleasure to meet you when you get out here. And Roger Walker at Jack Bree, thumbs up. So from Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene, God bless you all. Thank you for watching our channel. And until next time, stay tuned.